It's that time of year. The leaves are falling, the air is crisp, and the Poison Tea Party podcast is delivering an episode every Thursday. Hello, boys and ghouls. It's your favorite witch here.
Hey, girl, hey!
Kaylee.
I loved it. That's great. That was beautiful.
Yeah, surrounded by my mom and Aunt Tracy.
Hey, girls and boys.
Yeah, well,
We're all here.
we are so happy you guys have been tuning in every week to hear the new episodes we have been delivering. We're coming at you live from my mom's basement somewhere in Middle America. And can't you tell how excited we are that it's finally October?
Shannon is getting too carried away with the sound effects.
She's giving right now. I love it.
I'm trying to not...
Oh my god.
Don't judge my evil laugh.
That was perfect.
Leave it in.
Leave it in. Leave it in. This episode is all about one of my favorite traditions, trick or treating.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. Whoop, whoop. But first, we must talk about the spectacular poison we're drinking today.
And it's so I know I say this about everything we drink around
Right?
This
here.
one really is
Same.
good. I don't drink mixed drinks though, and I'm telling you that this one is really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to, I usually don't, it's kind of tangy.
Yeah, it
kind
is.
of
It's more
tart.
sour than something you would generally
That's
like.
what
Yeah,
I
it's
was
not-
worried about, is that Mom might not like it.
Because I don't like sour. But it's the right kind of sour.
Yeah.
It's not over the top. It's
No.
real good. But it still has a little bit of sweet to it, so that's
Yeah.
probably why I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I did not know. I kind of improvised this drink, so.
Plus,
This
it's
fucking-
got glitter, so
It's got
Period.
glitter in it. It's black.
Mm-hmm.
And we're drinking it out of our fucking teacups with fucking skulls on it. It's awesome.
And I feel a little tipsy from it, and it's great.
Oh.
oh
I'm not fucking drinking that fast. Holy shit.
no. Oh shit, Kaylee's is all
Kaylee's is
gone.
gone. Wow.
It's
I'm
been
double-
a long day.
I'm double fisting. Would
Same.
you have me any other way?
No.
For real.
Ever. Never.
Let me have another sip. This drink is simply called Black Poison, and it follows the theme of this episode very well. Before we can dive into this episode and really learn why I chose this poisonous drink, I have some questions for everyone.
Go ahead.
With the
Lay
questions.
it on me, bitch.
The questions. Was there any house that you wouldn't go to when you were trick-or-treating as a kid?
I feel like there probably was, but I don't think it was I think it was more of like an unspoken thing. I don't feel like,
I don't think they were like handing out candy. It was like you just stay away from there.
yeah.
There was that one that was across the street from, remember when I started kindergarten and we lived with Mom's boyfriend?
Yeah.
And that guy lived across the street and it was kind of like a junkyard.
Yeah.
He wore like overalls.
Yep.
He always looked like, to me, as a 4-year-old or whatever I was, he looked like a train conductor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
And he used to fucking come out and piss in his front yard.
Oh.
Like they didn't have plumbing. I mean, obviously in that place
Yeah.
it was like a hoarder situation, like
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah, the fucking yard was...
It was like
Next level.
overgrown
It
and
was
it
not
had
cute.
car parts and it was just nuts and it was right next to the school.
Yeah, like right next to the school. It looked like a fucking little junkyard or something. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe
And-
the town didn't make him like clean it
this
up.
was in
Well,
the
they
90s,
did.
bro.
They did eventually, but they
Yeah.
didn't when we were little, apparently.
No.
But I remember all of us always being like, stay away from that house.
Don't go down
Cross
that
the
road.
Yeah.
cross the road. Don't walk in front of it. And Mom would always be like, "Don't you fucking go over there. Don't you fucking
They're
walk by
weird.
that."
Well, and then there was another one and I don't know if it was in that same town or if it was the other town that we had moved to, and it was a lady. Or was that the trailer court?
That was the trailer court.
Was it the trailer
We had some
court?
good times in that court.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were trailer kids.
Exactly.
And I still
Good times were
remember
had.
I still remember her name and I still remember her face, but we never went there. And one time I fell off of my bike and she actually came and helped me and I was like,
She's gonna kill me.
yeah.
She's here.
Yeah, there's some. Also, if there was a house that gave out like nasty candy.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
we
didn't
would
wanna
all
go
talk
there.
about it, though,
Yeah,
because, like,
don't go over there. They give you this, but go over there because the cook always gave us full-size
Yes.
Hershey candy
but
bars.
something you
yeah.
have to remember about, like, when we were kids trick-or-treating it was the 90s, okay?
It was
like,
the best time to be alive.
our town was jam fucking packed
Yeah.
full of kids. Like, it didn't
So
matter
packed.
where you went in the town. There were kids crossing
Everywhere.
you everywhere and going,
Yeah.
hey, go to this house. Hey, don't go to this one because they gave us this. Like, it was
Like, you couldn't barely drive through the town. It was just crawling with people.
yeah, everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
there was a shit ton of people.
It's not like that
It's
anymore
not like
at
that at all.
all.
You
No.
barely see kids playing outside anymore.
Right.
Do you guys remember the first time you were scared by someone's costume on Halloween? And what was it?
I don't remember it, but Mom always tells that story about how that guy jumped out of at the bushes at me when I was like 2
Oh, yep. Yeah, I don't
and
remember that.
scared me. Apparently, I don't know what he was, but
Mine was probably a clown costume. I know that I was, but I don't remember what it was or when.
I'm like rarely scared by that stuff.
Yeah, but when I was
I'm
a
always-
kid, I do remember being scared by a costume, but I can't remember what it was.
Well, I remember being in Kmart with the big bear.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
There was like a guy in a bear suit, and he was like over there waving at kids. And when the kids would come, this was the 90s.
Yeah.
Late 80s, early 90s. And they would have like, they still do it. We do it at my job where they have like Santa Claus come and all the kids come and sit on his lap for Christmas and shit. They still do that.
I
But
hated that as a kid.
we didn't really do it that much because I find it kind of
It's
odd and weird.
weird.
My children have never done that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
We did it a couple times, but you thought
My
it was as weird as I
pictures-
did.
All the pictures I have of that, I'm always like,
I can't
I'm not
believe
like
my mom made me
crying,
do
but
this.
I'm so uncomfortable looking.
But anyway, there was this bear in Kmart. Mom was shopping, and I was standing by the cart, and Tracy was like little enough to sit in that front part of the cart. Mm-hmm. And Mom walked away like around the rack for a second, and Tracy was like, "Not the bear."
Oh,
And then so I started pushing the cart towards the
you
bear.
told me about
'Cause
this
she's a
story.
fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And then Tracy's like, "Not the bear! Not the bear!" Mom comes running back. She's like, "Janet!" And Mom like gave me a fucking smirk because she was like, "That was pretty funny." And I smirked back because I was like, "I'm an angel."
Not the
Angel.
bear.
Not the bear.
But anyway,
I remember the first costume that scared me was Uncle Wesley, shout out, and the goddamn gorilla
yeah,
costume.
you were very scared that time.
I was like 5. I was sitting in the back seat of the car. Did we just get back from trick-or-treating?
I don't remember. We just got to Grandma's.
It was really dark.
yeah.
And I was sitting back there, and I was like super tired, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom on the door, and I look up, and it's a gorilla, and Uncle Wesley's
Yeah.
like a big dude. I was just like,
He felt so bad.
and
He ripped it
the
right
mask,
off. Yeah.
and he's like, honey,
"It's me."
and then I was like, I think I punched him.
Yeah, you were like, "I'm so mad at you. I hate you."
And then I was like hugging him afterwards.
He felt terrible.
He did. I was so mad at
Jessie
him.
did that to Lily once.
Yeah, Lily probably didn't do anything.
No, she did, and I
did
can't
she- was she
remember what
scared?
the mask was. Yeah, because because she was never scared
Of anything, ever.
So Jessie put the mask on, and he like crawled around the corner, and she flipped the fuck out. And I can't remember what mask it
Oh,
was.
poor baby.
And then he immediately
it off,
like tore
and
it
he's
off.
like,
And was like, "It's okay."
It's okay. Yeah. So funny.
what are uncles for?
Right?
If not to fuck you up.
That's
They
right.
have to
Shout
do
out
it.
Uncle Mike.
That's right, Uncle
For
Mike.
real. Shout out to our uncles. Love you guys. I am who I am because of you. What candy would you guys trade after trick-or-treating?
Anything for a Reese's.
God, that's such a hard question because I have moods. Mm-hmm. You were definitely always Reese's.
Yeah.
Always.
I'll take that
And
shit.
sometimes I could get some really good shit off of her. I'd be like, "I'll give you this one Reese cup for 5
Yeah.
Jolly
right?
Rancher sticks."
Totally.
And she would do
Yum.
it. She would do it.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." Taking
Right?
advantage.
I just like the Reese's.
I wouldn't even trade. I would just give away those little fucking, what are those things? The goppers? Is that what they're called?
Gobbers.
Gobbers. You don't
I
like
fucking
those?
hate those
I
things.
like those.
Oh, damn, I like those too.
I always be like, Lily, here, just have them.
Oh,
They
I
just
like
gross
them.
me out. I hate them.
You're weird.
So
That is
nasty.
weird.
You're weird.
That's a good candy.
No, I
It
hate
is.
them.
It's a great candy.
Those are old people candies. Sorry.
Gobbers?
Yeah.
Are we
No.
talking about the same thing?
Bunch of old people sitting around
Like
me.
it's like a jawbreaker and you suck on it it turns colors. Turns different
No,
colors. That's
like
what
the
a gobber
chocolate-
is.
Okay,
Whoppers.
They're like
Whoppers.
Whoppers.
those.
I
The
like
whole time we
Whoppers,
were talking
too.
about Whoppers, guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry guys. Those like the chocolate wafer things.
I mean, I
fucking
don't hate
those.
them, but I don't.
I'm gonna
Not-
have to side with you on this, Kaylee.
They're
My
fucking
mother,
gross.
mom loves them things.
Yeah, they're all right. I'm okay with them.
Ugh.
She
I
also
like the malted taste.
I see, and that's what I don't like. And mom loves malts,
Yeah.
so she like always had those in
I-
the house growing up. And she also had Three Musketeers,
Oh, and I
Which
love
is
those
like
too. Those are one of
the
my favorite
dog
candy
shit
bars.
of the candy bar
I
world.
don't like those either.
is totally Three Musketeers.
That's one of my favorite candy bars.
Yeah, it's Blake's too.
I
Blake
love-
loves them.
I prefer Milky Way because it's got the caramel in it.
Oh my god, what the fuck is
Ew.
wrong with you? That's like baby food.
I love Milky Ways.
Ew.
Give
I
me a
can't.
fucking Snickers.
I
Give
don't
me
like
a fucking
peanuts.
Butterfinger.
I got you,
Kit
Butterfingers.
Kat.
I
They're
know
right
you
there.
did. I appreciate you.
Oh God, I can't.
A Kit Kat, yeah.
I love
Kit
Oh,
Kats.
I love me a Kit Kat. I
Yeah.
almost got the Kit Kats, but then I saw the Butterfingers and I got
I
those
do love
instead.
Butterfingers. I
like
Butterfingers.
Butterfinger a lot.
Oh, wait.
Oh wait.
Kaylee's in trouble.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm in trouble, guys.
Kaylee's in trouble because
allegedly,
she was supposed to tell me what we were drinking tonight so
and I
that,
fucking did.
so that
but
I
somebody
could
doesn't read their
coordinate
text
my
messages.
coochie board.
I think you coordinated well.
Well, because I knew that it was trick or treat, so I just did candy.
that
which
was
is
a
great.
good move. You're smarter than me because I would have been like probably ice cream or something. I don't know.
And I love the
So
peach gummies.
I made the coochie board based off of the episode and not the drink, which I usually do. And this bitch, I said, tell me by Friday. Did she tell me?
yes,
No.
I did.
She says, I text you. Do I have a text? Do I have
Nah.
a text?
No,
No, because I screenshotted that shit. And then she's like, I met in the group chat. That's not a text. That is
I
not a
sent
text.
it in the group chat.
When we were having a full-blown conversation and I didn't
Yeah.
have time to even see it?
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
That sounds like a you problem. So
ladies.
ladies, like okay, just
So
give
now
me the
Kaylee-
same game.
Kaylee has to play Bean Boozled.
Oh my god, Bean Boozled. If y'all don't know what Bean Boozled is a game created by Jelly Belly, and it has 10 yucky flavored jelly beans
Yeah.
and 10 regular yummy flavored jelly beans. The problem is they look alike. So you don't know if you're getting the berry blue jelly bean or the toothpaste jelly
Yeah.
bean.
That's not even the worst one. I don't want the puke. Or
So
the...
let's go over the really bad flavors
Yeah,
quickly.
let's hear 'em.
We have burnt rubber.
Ew.
That should be fun. Stinky socks.
Oh, that one's so bad.
Let me tell you, that is the worst one.
Yeah, it is. It
That
tastes
is
like
the
puke.
worst one. It does taste like puke. And also, there is a barf one.
Nice.
Yeah, that one's really bad.
Oh.
I don't know if I've ever had that.
It's
I feel
bad.
like I would like.
And you know what? We're not doing the thing where we get the bowl for you to spit it out.
No,
We're not doing that.
You gotta eat that shit.
like
my
you and your brother used to do with this. Also, we have a booger one. Liver and onions.
Oh, that's a new one.
This one's new. Wet dog.
Ew.
That's
I'm done.
fun.
I'm done.
Also, stink bug. Oh my god, ew. You're doing this. Oh my god, this one. Old bandage.
No. What? These are new. These are.
What the fuck? Who tasted these and fucking designed a jelly bean around it? Like,
How
who
do
knows?
how do you get that flavor is the real question.
What is the flavor?
What is in it is what
No,
I want to know.
I know what they did. They just made it taste how it smells.
Oh, don't talk about that because this next one is gonna make all of us just throw up if that's the case because it's dead fish.
Ew.
No,
here
these
we
are
go.
all new
Nope.
flavors. They didn't have these when I was a
It's
kid.
the 7th edition.
It is. It's
So-
a new addition.
Here we go. Let's
My
open.
stomach hurts. Like
Oh my god, it's got a little spinner
yeah,
inside
because
the box.
I get to spin it and pick.
Oh my god, this is gonna be super
They
fun.
already stink, you guys. I'm not.
They don't stink. You can't fucking smell
Yeah,
it.
you can't.
Oh yeah, you can.
Can you?
Like it's like all different smells in a little box.
Oh, it stinks a little bit.
Oh, stanky.
All right, wait.
Spin the.
Wait,
Spin
I
the
need to
thing.
take it out.
Oh,
Oh,
there you go.
need to set
Okay, she's spinning the spinner. What did it land on?
Burnt rubber.
Burnt rubber is black.
It's
yes.
the black jelly bean.
She's gonna grab a black jelly bean, any black jelly bean, and here we go.
No, don't. You don't get to sniff it. Once
don't
you
get to
have it.
smell
Wait,
it.
what is the other flavor if it's not?
It's black
Licorice.
licorice.
Okay.
Yeah.
She got the rubber, didn't she?
Yeah, I did.
You got the rubber?
Oh my god, it actually tastes like a fucking tire smells.
Like asphalt or whatever when they just pour it.
Look at her face.
That is not okay to eat, I don't think. Somebody smell my breath.
No, I'm not smelling your breath.
You guys, it actually tastes like fucking
Oh my
tires.
god, you need to eat like the dead fish one when Carter's here so that you can kiss him.
Oh my god, that is hilarious.
I feel like I'm breathing it out like there should be smoke coming out. Like I just did a fucking burnout.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Do it again.
Oh my god.
What's that one? What color
Ooh,
is it?
I love the juicy pear.
Oh yeah, the juicy pear
Yeah,
is my
what's the
favorite
other one if it's not juicy pear?
Boogers.
Is it going to be an amazing, I might even say delicious, which I hate.
Oh my god, you
Oh.
breathed on me and it smells
I told
so
you.
bad. Ew.
Does it smell like fucking rubber?
Yeah, it smells like fucking rubber. Oh my god.
God damn, your senses suck.
I mean, I can smell it, but it doesn't smell like rubber to me.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking like, I feel like I can't breathe.
Well, that Bud Light will fix it. He'll fix it up real right, real quick, real right.
Real right.
Real right, real quick.
Real good.
Okay, I don't
get
want to
you a
fuck
booger.
around with this.
Get you a booger.
Okay, here we go. Is it a booger or is it a juicy pear?
My whole mouth just tastes like fucking
You gotta
rubber.
do 3 of them.
Yep.
Oh, juicy pear.
That's fucked up.
Lame. I love me a juicy
it's so
pear.
good.
I know, they're the best.
They're
jelly
Come
the
on,
belly.
best.
dead
Jelly bean.
fish. Come
Yeah.
on, dead fish.
Is it dead fish?
Oh, yes!
What color is it?
Yes!
I'm not doing
Yeah,
this.
you are.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you
Wait,
are.
how am I supposed to know? This is like the same exact color as this one.
Hold on, let me see.
Well, let me see so we make sure we get it right because you're getting a fucking dead fish.
The
So
solid
that
one.
one would be like the bar for the peach. And that one is the strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish. R.I.P. Down the hatch, Kaylee. Come on.
You got a good one last time.
Yeah. What the fuck
Yeah.
else do you want?
I'm going to fucking throat punch everyone. Like, actually, strawberry banana.
Fucking bullshit.
Rock
You
on, bitches.
That's fucking
But this is the
bullshit.
7th edition one, so these are all new flavors.
Yeah,
Wait.
run out and get your bean boozled. But yeah, it's a fun game. We play it all the time.
I love it. The strawberry.
I told your brother
banana
that
one's
he
good.
couldn't do it until you did it, so he's going to want to play Bean
Oh,
Boozled.
that's like
Yeah.
his most favorite thing, remember?
Yeah, we love that one. I'm not gonna lie. That
We're
tire
still recovering
shit,
from the tire.
I really wish you would have
it's
gotten
like
the dead
pushing
fish.
right in
I
here.
do too.
I might have actually thrown up.
Pussy.
Yeah.
You do it then. You do it right now.
I will
Eat a
later.
dead fish.
I'm not doing it on here because you know what? This was your fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You had to play the game.
All right, bitches. Let's get into it. Let's get into the history of trick-or-treating and Halloween.
Keely,
Whew.
figure your life
You
out.
made me eat fucking
You have
tire.
rubber tire breath.
Yeah, I do.
Ew.
You nasty.
Tell me about it.
You nasty bitch.
I'm over here trying to survive.
Go brush your teeth.
Right?
I got a toothpaste one in here. I'll grab out for you.
Yeah, I actually like that flavor. It's good.
They used to have a grass one.
I liked that
And
one
I
too.
liked
good.
that
Lawn
one.
clippings is
Yeah.
good.
It tasted
There
so
you go,
good.
lawn
That's what it was
clippings.
called. Lawn clippings.
And then I was always like, am I fucking demented? Because I like the
No.
flavor of
I know. I'm
this?
like, make a lawn clipping bag.
yeah.
I want that
I
one.
want that.
I like it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Halloween traditions that we know and love today can be traced back all the way to the ancient pre-Christian Celtic festival of the dead known as Samhain. This was a harvest festival celebrated on October 31st in which the Celts believed that the ghost of those who have died would come back and be amongst the living. Often the Celts gathered items such as food and drinks as sort of peace offerings and displayed them for the dead. They would light bonfires, offer sacrifices, and pay their respect and homage to the dead. These festivals would be the first celebration of the idea of Halloween, but the idea of dressing up for Halloween has sort of a sinister past. During these Celtic celebrations, some villagers would dress themselves in costumes, but these weren't Mickey Mouse or Paris Hilton costumes. It was actually real-life animal skin as a way to scare away phantom visitors or unwanted ghosts.
Yeah, and like burlap sacks and
Yeah,
shit.
like
The real
scary
creepy
shit.
shit that like that are in like our fucking
Yeah.
scary movies
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, that we like. I
Yeah.
like to watch it.
Tea break.
Tea break.
I got
My
dry
deodorant
mouth.
smells so fucking good. I can smell myself.
Mine doesn't because I didn't get to get mine that I normally get, and I hate that.
It's the best flavor ever.
What is it?
flavor?
It's just powder fresh, but it's like it's the secret brand, and theirs smells like so much better than because I like Dove,
That's what I buy.
but it's not as smelly. And so mom
Yeah, it is.
uses.
I love the pear.
I got a whiff of myself. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, bitch, you smell
oh my
real
god,
fucking
I'm really
good."
feeling myself right now.
That's right.
I'm not. I fucking smell like fast food and shit. It's nasty over here.
Okay.
And
And
tires.
Rubber. Yeah.
Rubber tires.
Rubber tires.
Rubber tires. What you know about it?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Later on in time, people would dress as ghosts, demons, or other creatures in order to gain items such as food and drinks people were offering to spirits. This would become known as mumming, and kind of becomes the first example of trick-or-treating. But really, it was kind of a way for people to play on this fear/tradition the Celts started. Another holiday would roll around known as All Saints' Day on November 1st. This would first be called All Hallows, then becomes All Hallows Eve, Hallow Evening, and then Halloween-ing. Halloween-ing. Yeah, lots of stuff going on there.
Fancy.
Yeah. The 9th century rolled around, and the Catholic Church had different ideas for the Celtic land. All Souls' Day would become a day on November 2nd where the living would pray for the souls of the dead. This day was surprisingly similar to Samhain and would be celebrated through bonfires, parades, and dressing up in costumes like saints, angels, and devils. It's said that poor people would often go to wealthier families' homes where they would receive soul cakes, known as pastries, in exchange for their promise to pray for the homeowner's dead relatives.
So they were more like hand pies.
Yeah, like baked goods.
Yep, and they would leave them next to graves. They would leave the soul cakes and a bowl of milk for the dead, like as an offering, so that they wouldn't come and try to take their soul.
Fucking crazy,
That's like-
man.
Kaylee looked over at Tracy like, is she crazy? Are you
No,
thinking
like,
I'm crazy?
It's definitely a thing, but it's
shit.
just like, you know what? The bonfires and parades and dressing in costumes, I can get behind that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
right?
I don't want no goddamn hand pie.
It's funny how trick-or-treating was started because it was like poor people going to get food.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they call it Beggars Night.
Yeah, but then they were like, pray for my family, please. You know? It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
crazy.
That was the exchange, though. I give you this.
Yeah,
You
then
pray
you
for
get
me.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mumming, which we talked about earlier, would grow in popularity during this time and would be practiced in Britain and Ireland since the Middle Ages. A new form of trick-or-treating would emerge known as guising, a Scottish custom where children would wear costumes and go door to door asking for food or money. Now, this is interesting. In these situations, the children would not pledge to pray for the dead, but would sing a song, recite a poem, tell a joke, or perform a trick. Guising would first be recorded in North America in 1911 in Ontario, Canada. This wouldn't gain popularity in the U.S. until around the 1930s.
So this is why them fucking old fuckers ask for
Yeah.
my kid's fucking joke or their
Which
trick.
I cannot fucking stand.
It's so annoying. Just give them the
Yes.
fucking candy,
It's
dude.
so fucking...
Let them just get on their way. How many kids are backed up here because this one kid is nervous and, you know, he's on
That's
stage and
my daughter, because and you know, like my son
was the
and
same way.
my son and my oldest daughter are totally fine with it. Like they're like, yeah, and they have their stuff locked and loaded, ready to go. But my youngest daughter is very
shy.
yeah, and she doesn't like strangers. And
It's the
she's-
same way I was. When they would ask me that shit, I would be like,
you
she
feel
just-
like pressured
Yeah.
and nervous
But
and
she
scared.
acts out like she's different than you, because like when she gets upset or scared or nervous, she's a total dickhead. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't know how to react, so she's like, I'm just gonna be a bitch, and it
Yeah.
works for her 90% of the time. But it's like, just fucking give them the if they're like, oh no, then just give it to them. Don't stand there and be like,
Oh, I
You
guess
have
you don't
to
get candy then because
Yeah.
you don't have a joke.
That
and then
shit-
you make them feel like
weird.
idiots.
or less than, you
Yeah.
know, because they are fucking nervous and
I hate it.
they've been told their whole lives not to talk to fucking strangers.
There'll be no joke telling at my house unless you offer it yourself. I'm not asking for it.
Right.
One time, this lady, like, the whole night they were wanting me to tell jokes and do tricks and whatever. And I did this trick, and I did the little thing like this with my tongue.
The 4-leaf clover with
Yeah.
her tongue.
And the lady looks at me and she goes, probably don't do that anymore, sweetie.
Listen, it's only perverted if you fucking think
Yeah.
of it
Exactly.
that way.
So-
that a 10-year-old
had-
doing that to you is
The
is
whole-
what, sexual?
Yeah.
That had more
Sick
to do with
bitch.
her
Yes.
than it did with you.
Then the whole
Yeah.
rest of the night, I was like, I feel so weird. And then, like, every time they would ask me that, I'd just be like, never mind. If you don't want to give me this candy, then I'm just going to leave.
Then I'm just leaving. Yeah.
But it's fucking weird. Like, every time I hand candy out here, I'm like, I love your costumes. Here, here, here.
Yeah.
Like, just, what the fuck?
Take it.
Yep.
So weird.
It's yours.
It's
and you know
yours.
what? I just turned my light on and I put huge buckets of candy at my door because I'm out trick-or-treating with my kids. And I just write a note that says, take whatever.
Yeah. Usually have you or
But we
Kate-
always got
Lily
the
do it.
good shit at our house. I always buy like cans of pop and bags of chips for the big kids. And then I buy juice boxes and animal crackers.
I
for
like
the little
to
ones.
do the
that's
little
nice.
bags that have like little toys in it.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
cool too.
cute.
Because when I was a kid, those were always my favorite things
Yep.
to get. Even though the toys are always shitty and they suck, but you always feel like
Yeah, you want
It's
the
so
vampire
exciting.
teeth.
Yeah.
The vampire
Yeah.
teeth
something
are the shit.
fun is in there
Right.
and you don't know what it is. You can't wait to get
It's a
home to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Halloween's supposed to be fucking fun, you old fucks.
Yeah.
real.
Lighten
Make it
up,
weird.
bitches.
Exactly.
Come to the tea party. We'll fucking teach you how to do the trick-or-treating thing.
Exactly.
It's real easy. Just don't fucking care.
Exactly.
Open
you
the
can't-
door.
This is Weaver's
Give 'em
advice.
candy.
You
You
can't,
can't care.
Right.
Right?
That's the best advice I've ever gotten in my
Mhm.
life. And
Can't.
he says it all the time.
He
And I'm
does.
like, you're right. You're totally right.
All right, so I have an interesting fact for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
There's thousands of postcards from the 20th century all the way until the 1920s showing children and Halloween, but none of them have anything to do with trick-or-treating.
Huh.
And here are two postcards.
Okay. I'll post those on the Insta and the Facebook so y'all can see what she's talking about.
I thought this postcard over here looks like you when you were a child, Mom.
Okay, that's fun, you fucker. It's got
So
like
is
a
this
fucking...
supposed to be this one's supposed to be a joke?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know what's roundabout? Come along
Or watch
or
out.
watch out?
What the fuck?
No
Yeah.
idea.
Is that funny?
I in those
Humor
times probably
was weird then.
They had very dry sense of humor back then. Ursula, what do you think? I thought you were wearing black lipstick, bitch. It's just a
For
shadow.
real.
Oh, damn. We didn't even dress her up.
Nope.
Next week.
Next week. Guy Fawkes Night, also known as Bonfire Night, would also show similarities to trick-or-treating. British children wore masks and carried effigies while begging for pennies. In 1606, Fawkes would be executed for his role in the Catholic-led conspiracy to blow up England's Parliament building and remove King James I. On the same night as the execution, communal bonfires were lit to burn effigies and symbolic bones of the Catholic Pope. By the 19th century, children bearing effigies would roam the streets on November 5th asking for a penny for the guy.
I got a penny for the guy.
You got a penny for the guy?
I got a penny for
You
the
got
guy.
a penny for the guy?
I got a penny for the guy.
Some American colonists would even celebrate this holiday, and in the 19th century, new immigrants would popularize the idea of Halloween due to celebrating this idea of begging for something in exchange.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
More, please. By the 19th century, Halloween parties also started to take off.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes,
I've
the
had a
best.
good Halloween
yeah.
party in my life.
I
or
love
two.
me a Halloween
Yes,
party.
I do too.
they're the best. From 1909 to the 1930s, the Denison Manufacturing Company published Halloween-themed craft and party idea books called Boogie Books.
Where
Oh
the
my
fuck
God.
are they?
I
I
need
need
it.
I want to see
I
that.
want to know.
These books just showed adults how to throw successful Halloween parties from crafts to costumes. These parties became so popular during this time period, classic traditions like bobbing for apples, carving vegetables, and spice cider all became popular and were practices related to ancient Scottish celebrations.
Okay, so this was like how wives were taught to, undress.
Mm-hmm.
And like how, so that you can be
Yeah, this
appealing
shit.
for your husband.
right.
Oh my god, this has a name. What the fuck is the name of it? I can't remember it at the moment
But
because I'm drinking
this
too
just
much.
this just screams that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like this
like-
is like, oh yes,
Here's how to please your husband.
right.
No, it's all like that. Like how to properly fold a napkin. So
how to
set the table.
right,
Yes.
how to throw, how to
Which
throw a
side-
dinner party.
Yeah, which side should you serve your guest on, the left or the right?
Right.
exactly.
How
So
proper.
stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
What should you say to your husband's boss?
Yes. At the party.
Shit like that.
What games should you play?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
All of that stuff was in these books, and it just
It's fun to read.
Yeah.
So I
It
could
would
be
be
like,
cool to look at now.
fuck no.
yeah, right. It's crazy.
That's cute.
I'm doing it how
Super
I
cute.
want.
And we're gonna talk about serial killers. We're gonna fuck around and find
That's
out.
We're
right.
gonna fuck around and find out.
We're those weird bitches at the party that everyone's like, oh my god, I don't know, but I can't wait for them to leave.
Don't make eye
Did
contact.
you see that they brought that metal pan and it looks like there's cat poop? Like they
Oh my
brought that.
god! And their children are eating it. That was my favorite.
And their
as a
deviled
kid.
and their deviled eggs look like huge eyeballs. I did that one year.
Yeah, you did.
It's so
People
awesome.
are probably like, those are the weirdest people I've ever seen.
well,
I'm okay with
more
it.
like the coolest. Anyways,
I'll allow it.
tea break.
We could just drink whiskey about it.
It's true. You don't want me drinking whiskey, though. Trust and believe.
True.
That'll be a massacre.
A massacre.
It'll be a massacre.
All right, so
Okay.
by the 1920s and 30s, Halloween was kind of a community-centered holiday throughout America. Parades and Halloween parties were popular for entertainment, and up until the late 40s, all Halloween costumes were handmade.
Which I love.
Yes. However, with Halloween came a lot of mischief and pranks, and this became popular in the 1920s.
Yep. Reefer Madness. Oh,
Yes.
wait, that's not yet.
Not
Oh,
yet.
wait.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Jump the gun there.
Hold on.
Hold on. All right.
Sorry.
During the Great Depression, Halloween mischief actually developed into some serious issues such as vandalism, physical assaults, and sporadic acts of violence. During this time, haunted houses and corn mazes actually grew in popularity. A theory developed that suggested the excessive pranks and acts of violence on Halloween during this time turned into the widespread community adoption of trick-or-treating in the 1930s. But this would also stop due to World War II. Sugar rationing left few sweet treats to hand out. However, post-war baby boom brought a new level of importance and excitement for trick-or-treating for communities across America. Candy companies would capitalize on this holiday for the first time ever, launching national advertising campaigns directed towards Halloween specifically.
So you know how, like, when you go to some houses and they hand out fruit?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder if that became more popular around World War II because of the sugar. Okay.
Yeah,
Could have
probably.
been.
Like, I don't know. Was fruit, like, rationed?
Everything was rationed.
Yeah,
So maybe
like,
it wasn't.
You
I
had
don't know.
tickets for everything. It wasn't just sugar. There was like, you had tickets for flour, for sugar, for everything.
Ew, what?
Yeah, like
don't
And
want
I
that.
think fresh fruit too. And then like, even like milk and
Have you ever-
cloth to make whatever. I don't know if that was
Mhm.
World War II or one, but like, cloth had a fucking ration thing.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, there's a ton of
I don't know a lot about
cookbooks
that.
about the Great Depression because of the stuff they would make
And
during
they
that
had some
time.
nasty shit in those
Yeah.
cookbooks.
It would be like saltine cakes.
There's one dude specifically, he does a lot of videos on like the wartime, like the ration, whatever, the cookbooks. That's all he makes on his like YouTube channel.
And they're
it's really,
so cool to watch.
It's really fun to watch, and he eats them right in front of you too. So he makes it like as the recipe says, and then he eats it in front of you. And some of them he's like, "This is really good." Like 3 ingredients, hell yeah. And then another one he's like, "Don't fucking eat that.
Don't try
Don't
it.
do it."
Yeah.
There's
Oh
like
my
gelatin
God.
cakes and shit like that.
Oh, that
Yeah,
doesn't
like,
even sound good.
with like peas and shit in it,
Yeah.
and tuna and peas in like a jello.
Gel.
Like it's just like gelatin without like jello flavor,
Ew.
and it's like peas and tuna. Disgusting.
They couldn't,
Yeah.
like, make a roux?
No, like they
It was
didn't-
just they had to be very creative
Yeah,
with
with-
what they were serving.
Oh, my God.
I remember the saltine cracker cake that always
Yeah.
stuck with me because it was like a dessert
Yeah,
because that's
it's-
all they could.
Yep.
That's all they had.
It's actually pretty good though. It's actually not terrible. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, it's not bad.
Yeah, they like put water on these saltines and like
Yeah,
made a
that too.
base with it.
Oh, they
and,
just-
like
It's
it
like
as the
used as
crust
like
or
a
yeah.
thickener or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a.
I think they put peanut butter on it, but they didn't have no chocolate or nothing like that. It was just like peanut butter.
You got to do
and
what you got to do
saltine.
when you're starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's interesting to see how it develops over
Yeah,
time.
it all evolves. Yeah.
Yeah. So, in the 1940s, manufacturers started selling costumes through retailers such as Sears and JCPenney. These costumes would start to be based more off of professions and characters in mass media like Mickey Mouse rather than witches, ghosts, and goblins.
This is Reefer Madness, right?
This is where they-
40s?
This is where they fucked up because who doesn't want to be a goddamn witch?
Exactly.
Who the fuck doesn't want to be that? Exactly.
In 2024, Americans are expected to spend a combined total of $3.5 billion on trick-or-treating candy. In 2022, we spent $3.1 billion, and in 2023, we spent $3.6 billion.
Yeah, well, inflation.
Yep.
No shit, which is killing us.
It's going to be like really like $5 billion.
That's what
because,
I'm thinking.
I went to the store today.
Because
Right.
Trace bought $2 billion candy herself.
No, I stayed away from the Halloween candy aisle because that shit is like $12 a bag.
Exactly.
So I
It's
got
more than that.
It is.
It's like $20 a bag.
I got the
for the
cheap-
shit I want.
I got the cheap candy for the coochie board.
That's fucking
And it's
awesome.
the best candy.
Yeah, it is the best.
It's
candy.
just the everyday candy. I didn't need.
We didn't need a
ghost on
ton. Yeah, just a little bit.
it. Ooh ah
Just a little bit.
Ooh,
A little bit more.
ooh ah.
Just a little bit.
You know what I'm looking for.
Ooh. Okay.
All right.
I'm choking on a Skittle.
Choking on a Skittle. Wait, that would be such a good intro for a song. Ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. I'm choking on a Skittle.
This bitch is...
Okay, KB Swizzle is at it again.
KB Swizzle in the hizzy. Let me hear you say, hey.
Oh, no. Oh,
Okay.
honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm off the
leave
chain.
it in.
She's mine.
Okay.
Yes, she is.
All right, guys. Everybody calm down. I know that was crazy for you guys. Free tickets on me, on the house.
Okay.
On the
hizzy.
hizzy. Okay. Now, with all of this background on Halloween and trick-or-treating, you may be asking yourself, okay, Kaylee, what's the catch? What crazy story have you brought to the table today? Well,
We haven't even gotten to the story? We haven't even
No.
gotten to the meat and potatoes
No.
of this?
Nope.
Okay.
We're just wasting
we're just
fucking time
wasting the
today.
damn time. Every year, parents gather their kids up, help them put on their costumes, and take them out into the night as they cheerfully get all the candy they can stuff into their pillowcase or whatever bag they take trick-or-treating. Most families go home and the kids dump all of the candy onto the floor and they start going through it, often picking out their favorite candies and maybe trading with their parents or their siblings. Most parents are often checking candy for anything that may look suspicious, which isn't a bad habit to have, but what if I told you the whole check your kids' candy idea came from a man named Ronald Clark O'Brien, known as the Candy Man and the man who killed Halloween.
What a dick.
What the fuck?
This is the story of why all of you check your kids' candy after trick-or-treating.
Because I bet you didn't even know why you checked your kids'
Yeah,
fucking
There's
candy.
a reason.
There's a reason. Ronald Clark O'Brien was born on October 19th, 1944 in Houston, Texas. I couldn't really find anything on Ronald's upbringing or childhood, but the story will take place in Deer Park, Texas, where Ronald lived with his wife Deneen and 2 children, 8-year-old Timothy and 5-year-old Elizabeth. O'Brien worked as an optician and also served as a deacon at a Baptist church where he would sing in the choir and oversaw a bus program. Many people in the community that knew Ronald thought he was a model citizen, one pastor even describing Ronald as a good Christian man and an above-average father.
Oh, he's touching my heart.
Yeah,
he's pulling at my heartstrings.
What a sweet man.
What a
He's
bunch of shit.
Also very busy.
Yeah, he's really involved in the community.
Yeah.
However, Ronald was keeping many secrets. He was employed by 21 different jobs within 10 years.
Jesus
Kaylee.
fucking Christ. That's
Kaylee.
you, bro.
For real.
Kaylee had
Bitch can't
21
hold me
different
down.
jobs in like 3 years.
Yeah.
He ain't got nothing on her.
Facts.
For real.
If you don't like it, I'll leave, bitch.
No. Continue.
Continue. But I was never fired. Let me just say, I quit.
Yeah, you weren't.
This
You
guy-
didn't give him the chance.
No, this guy was fired.
You were like, fired me, I quit.
For real.
Bitch, I quit.
This guy was fired from each one for negligence or fraudulent behavior.
Well, he's a real swell
my
guy. He's
God.
a deacon at the church, after all.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm always a little sus about those people. It's okay.
Oh, no, it's not okay.
Shut the fuck up.
You
That
just
was
done fucked
one
up.
fucking time I did it.
That'll be 3 bean boozles.
Right?
Bean
No,
boozles.
go fuck yourself.
Make
When
it
we're
6.
done.
Make it 6.
Us at the table, so she has to do 3 bean boozles.
I'm wearing shorts and my legs stick to my chair.
No excuses here. In the fall of 1974, 30-year-old Ronald was about to be fired again from Texas State Optical, suspected of stealing money.
What a loser.
What a loser.
I don't understand why people steal from their job. Like, do you think
Because they're
not
fucking
gonna
dumb.
know?
They're never gonna find out.
Yes, they are, bitch.
For real.
Yeah.
Dumbasses.
Okay. His take-home salary of around only $150 a week was barely making ends meet for food and rent.
Well, no shit.
Yeah.
That ain't shit.
No.
Well,
And
it was in 1974.
Yeah, 1974. And it would later be discovered that he was over $100,000 in debt.
How? If he's stealing from everywhere.
Right?
What
I
the
don't
fuck?
know what the fuck he was
He was
doing.
stealing it and playing, but he wasn't paying the
That
bills.
was a lot for that time, ma'am.
A lot of money.
It's a lot. It's a lot now.
I know.
He defaulted on several bank loans and his car was about to be repossessed.
Oh my god.
Due
That probably cost him $10 a month.
to yeah, right?
Yeah, probably.
For real.
Hard times.
With no seatbelts.
Right? Just get to cruise around. Due to these financial struggles, Ronald came up with a plan that was completely insane and one that would stick within American culture for years to come. On October 31st, 1974, Ronald would be extremely eager to take his kids trick-or-treating, which was sort of unlike him, as in previous years, he didn't show much interest in the holiday. Jim Bates, who was a family friend to Ronald, and his 2 children would tag along with the family to go trick-or-treating together. The children would all go door to door, and at one house they knocked, but no one answered. After no response, the kids went to the next house, but Ronald stayed behind. After a couple of minutes, he caught up with the group holding 5 large pixie sticks, claiming that the neighbors were home and handing out expensive treats. One was handed to each of the 4 kids, and the last one was handed to another 10-year-old boy Ronald recognized from church. Once they returned home, Ronald allowed his children to have 1 piece of candy before bed, which, like, oh my god.
1 piece of candy
I can't fucking
before bed.
stand that.
My kids are allowed, they have 3 days to eat all that candy all fucking day. Like, that's all. You have 3 days to fucking gorge on this fucking candy. Otherwise, I'm taking it.
Wow.
Yep.
My mom was like, here's our candy.
No.
Like,
Yeah, you
take
get your
it to bed
candy.
with you,
Yep.
and then I'll throw it away in fucking May.
Nope.
That's usually what.
Nope. You
yeah,
got
mom
3
never really cared about
You
that.
No, I
got,
don't
you
give a
got
shit.
3 days, but I don't want
But
ants and shit.
I
in
never
my
I don't
house.
believe in that shit where they're like, the candy
Yeah.
keeps them up at night. I'm like, that's
No.
a fucking lie.
No. It is.
That is a fucking lie.
It is.
You
And
know
I
it.
don't
I know it.
understand that shit where the parents take them home after trick-or-treating and are like, 1 candy.
No, fuck
There's
that.
a lot of people who do that shit, and I'm like, that's weird as fuck.
It's weird and
It's
it's
because
stupid.
they're good parents and they don't want their kids to fucking
think
eat
it's
a bunch of
weird.
sugar.
Am I not a good parent then?
No, I'm
Because
not.
I'm like, go
I
ahead.
think it's child abuse, low-key. You're gonna
I
take
just-
your kid out trick-or-treating all night and then be like, just 1 candy,
and the reason
Harold.
that I take it from them, just to clarify, is because if I don't take it from them, it sits underneath of their bed
Yep.
or
No,
whatever.
that makes
And then
sense.
there's ants and whatever. And I'm like, no, you've got 3 days. And you can eat candy all day. You don't have to eat supper. You don't have to do anything. 3 days.
You can get sick as fuck.
But that's it. And then it's mine.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
they're
no,
like,
I'd
okay.
let them have it until the ants came in May
Yeah.
or March-ish. And then I'm like, okay, because usually when Easter candy would come, then I'd be like, okay, let's get rid of this candy because
Right.
you got new candy.
Easter candy.
Yeah.
Well, then there's Christmas candy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's Easter candy. And then there's parade candy. So I'm like, bitch,
I don't give a shit.
I hold on to
My
it.
son has a candy drawer. I know Kaylee had a little hoard, but you would pretty much eat yours.
I don't throw it away. Like, I keep it, but it has to come to me, like, afterwards. So
Yeah.
then we put it in, like, a centralized location.
So that everyone can
So it's not just
have
like-
So you can
someone
still
as-
eat it.
yeah.
Sitting in a place where rats are gonna come.
Right.
It makes sense. No, I just don't get it when parents are like, no, you don't get candy tonight. That's fucking weird.
What was the whole point of this then?
Yeah, like,
Right.
cool.
What the fuck did we do this for?
That shit's
real.
weird. Or do you know? I saw when I was researching about like Halloween and all this shit. There's like it's like 75% of parents take their kids' candy and just eat all of it.
What?
I mean, I
Yeah.
know that I have seen that statistic before, and I know it's high. But
Like, parents will
I
just.
mean,
take-
I eat some of their candy, but I don't eat all of
these
it.
are
That's their
parents that
candy.
like take it and eat all of their
they're
kids'
like,
fucking
you
candy.
get to have 2 pieces, and it's time for bed, and
Yes.
then the kids go to bed, and then the parents eat all of it.
Why?
That is fucked up.
I
That
think
is
it's
fucked up.
rude AF. I definitely
Yeah.
take a couple pieces.
I do too, but my
Yeah.
kids, while we're actively trick or treating, my kids all know what I like. So at any like given point during trick or treating, they all come up to me randomly and be
Right.
like, "Here,
Yeah,
mommy,
and
I know
that's
you like this."
How you know you have a healthy relationship with your
with your children. Yeah, my kids do
And
that too.
food,
Yeah.
because I feel like if it was like one of those unhealthy relationships with not only my kids, but if they had unhealthy relationships with food,
They would throw a fit, right?
yeah, or
Yeah.
they would never just be like, "Here, mommy." But, you know, they do. They're like, "Oh, here, I know you like this one."
Mhm. Yeah, mine did too.
Oh, and they
Yeah.
know that they're going to get to eat every bit of that fucking candy if they want it within 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
You
And
got
then-
3 days, bitch.
And then
Exactly.
and then it's everybody's. So then that means me too. So like I'm gonna eat that fucking candy.
And I'm coming
Exactly.
for you.
No,
I'm coming right for that
It
better
candy.
eat the
it
good
fucking
shit.
makes sense. It makes sense. Once they returned home, Ronald allowed his children to have 1 piece of candy before bed. Timothy decided on the pixie stick. The candy was stuck in the straw, and Ronald helped Timothy dislodge it so that he could eat it. After a mouthful of the candy, Timothy complained of the bitter taste, so Ronald went and got him Kool-Aid to wash it down. Ronald claims about 30 seconds later he could hear Timothy complaining about his stomach hurting, telling the police, 30 seconds after I left Tim's room, I heard him cry to me, Daddy, Daddy, my stomach hurts. He was in the bathroom, convulsing, vomiting, and gasping, and then suddenly he went limp. Timothy died on his way to the hospital less than an hour after eating the candy.
That poor baby.
Right? Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Joseph received a call from Officer Hinton and asked what his breath smelled like, in which Hinton responded, almonds. Dr. Joseph responded, "It's cyanide."
Cyanide is a what, ladies? A poison.
And what is our drink tonight? Black poison.
Poison.
What are we?
Poison.
So, an autopsy later confirmed that Timothy consumed enough potassium cyanide to kill 2 or 3 grown men.
That's so
Jesus,
fucked
that's
up.
fucked up.
It's awful. Police were able to retrieve the remaining 4 pixie sticks that all
Thank
contained...
God.
Yeah, that all contained at least 2 inches of cyanide.
What the hell?
They also determined whoever was responsible sealed the pixie sticks with staples, which saved a boy's life that night as he wasn't strong enough to tear the package open.
But that's what they used to seal them with, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
That's why
they did.
That's why they don't seal them with it anymore. Is because pixie sticks used to be sealed with only staples.
They did. The big plastic, because they
Yep,
had
the
the
big
plastic
ones, and that's what these were. These weren't like the tiny pixie sticks. These were the big jumbo.
the plastic straw one.
Yeah.
too.
Timothy had his candy. Basically, his entire mouthful was cyanide.
because it was at the top.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
He had a whole mouthful of just cyanide.
Okay, so who did this?
Let's get into that. Investigators took Ronald back to the area where they went trick-or-treating that night and wanted Ronald to retrace his steps, but he kept giving conflicting accounts. He could no longer find the house that gave him the pixie sticks, and he claimed he didn't see their faces. They just emerged from the doorway. Investigators...
convenient.
So they would give him a couple days, they'd send him back home, and then they'd take him back out to the same place again. Investigators would take him out again, and this time they would be way more firm with him. This tactic would work. Ronald would point at the house that he got the pixie sticks from with no hesitation. The man who lived there wasn't home, so officers went to his place of work and arrested him on the spot. However, the man had an alibi. He was working the night and claimed his wife and daughter turned the lights off early because they ran out of candy. An officer would also state he heard that Ronald was angry at his family for not staying up late to watch a song he had written and perform for Timothy's funeral that was being broadcasted on TV. The officer explained how he thought that was odd and how things were starting not to add up.
Which also fucked up. You're just gonna walk up into somebody's fucking place of work and fucking arrest them for some douchebag that has taken days to fucking even give you an answer. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, they arrested this guy in front of like all of his colleagues and everything.
Which is bullshit because regardless of if he did it or not, doing something like that, they're guilty by, like, whatever.
Yeah. So investigators started to become suspicious, and they would soon learn about Ronald's financial struggles and discovered he had taken out multiple life insurance policies on his children. They had found a piece of adding machine tape, which Ronald had written down the amount of each bill he had, and the total came to almost the exact amount he would collect from the insurance proceeds.
That was nice of him
What
to leave
the
that
fuck?
sort of evidence laying around.
Yeah.
Who the fuck would kill their kid to pay their bills?
Right?
Fucking douchebags.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that fucking
Or why
makes
they would
me so
even,
mad.
even consider that an option. Like,
No
why
shit.
would that even be on your fucking radar?
How does that even come into your head? My head goes, I have to figure this out so that
So-
my kids can have a good life.
Exactly, right? You
And-
want to do it for your kids?
Yeah, not
Not for yourself?
Not at their fucking at the cost of
Expense?
their life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't. These people.
Ronald is a grimy motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. Fuck him. Kill him.
The police also discovered that Ronald...
You say that in, like, almost every fucking episode.
What? Kill him?
Kill him.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Yep.
You know how, I mean, I don't want to be public about this, but do you know how much, I mean, let's do it. You know how much better the world would be if we just fucking got rid of some people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
And some people are real wastes of space.
Right.
Yes,
If
they
you
are.
show no fucking, nothing about you is good, why not kill him?
If you're not bringing anything to the world, then...
I mean, I'm not going to kill him,
No.
but what purpose are you
Well,
serving
you
here?
know, anything that has to do with kids or, child
Animals.
anything, rapists,
Mm-hmm.
animals, cruelty, shit like that, like, you're done. Bye.
For
Bye,
real.
ever.
Go
For
away.
real.
You're a disgusting human being.
And I'm totally understand, like, life happens.
It does.
Fucked up situations happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get into some things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that at their core are just pieces of shit for fucking always. They always have been. They were from the
Always will
get-go,
be.
and they fucking just always will be.
Right.
Kill them.
Yeah. Like this guy.
They serve no purpose.
Soapbox over.
Oh.
Boom.
Boom. Mic
the mic.
drop.
Oh, yeah.
Don't drop your beer.
Yeah, I
Don't
was
drop
like,
the beer.
Duh, you fucking
oh,
idiot.
thanks for looking out for
You
me.
deserve to die for
I should
that.
die. Kill me. Oh my God.
The police also discovered that Ronald inquired with several chemical companies on where to buy cyanide and would jokingly ask how much was needed to kill a person. I feel like these companies should have reported that.
Well, I mean, what
yeah.
year? This was in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Like, nowadays, they'd be like, red flag.
Yeah, right?
I don't even think you're allowed, you can't even buy cyanide anymore. You have to have like a special license.
Like a license, yeah.
They would find a pocket knife or scissors. There's two like different sources I found this from that had candy residue on it, so the pixie sticks, showing how the candy could have been opened and later contaminated. Ronald would maintain his innocence through this and carry on with this grieving father image, but after failing a polygraph test, he would be arrested on November 5th, 1974 and charged with Timothy's murder.
Like,
Which-
how fucking stupid are you?
I
Right?
hope they have better evidence, though, because as a true crime connoisseur,
Right.
the fucking polygraph is
It ain't shit.
terrible.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's not
terrible.
even fucking, they don't even take it in court. You can't even fucking use it in court.
No.
No.
But, like, how dumb are you? Like, if you're going to go through this whole fucking thing and actually attempt to murder you, not only your children, but, like, other children as well, why would you leave the scissors or whatever just
pocket
fucking
knife, yeah.
out there?
Because you're cocky.
Because absolutely.
Because
you're
he
fucking
doesn't
stupid.
care. So Ronald would enter a not guilty plea, and his defense would claim there was an untraceable boogeyman using Halloween to poison children. Friends, family, and coworkers would all testify against him, and the press was now calling Ronald the Candyman. On June 3rd, 1975, it took the jury 46 minutes to return a guilty verdict for
Good for
one
them.
charge of capital murder and 4 counts of attempted murder. An hour later, it was decided Ronald would be executed by the electric
they
chair.
did kill him.
Good.
Yep.
This is the one
Fuck him.
fucking one instance, because it rarely happens so beautifully.
I know.
Where they are like, you know what? Kill him.
Fuck you.
And
yeah.
he deserved it.
He deserved it.
It's said that during Ronald's trial, many people thought he enjoyed all of the attention that was on him.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking loser.
Ronald would try to appeal and would be denied. A decade later, after Ronald could no longer fight for survival, he was finally put to death. Ronald's last meal was huge.
Bullshit. They should give him a fucking pixie stick.
That's what I
would
thought.
have done.
That's
what
what
I
I would have
would've
done.
done.
Fucking A.
It included a T-bone steak, french fries and ketchup, whole kernel corn, sweet peas, lettuce and tomato salad with egg and French dressing, iced tea, saltines, Boston cream pie, and rolls.
They don't even do that anymore. Did you know that?
They don't?
They don't do last meals anymore. And as they shouldn't.
Yeah,
No, because
they
what
shouldn't.
the fuck? They're
Yeah.
there for a fucking reason.
The
They're dying for a
taxpayers are
fucking
paying
reason.
for
For
that
that.
fucking last meal.
Well, I
fuck
bet
them.
your son wished that his last meal wasn't a fucking pixie, stick.
For
Exactly.
real.
That
For
should have
real.
been his fucking
It
last
should
meal.
have with cyanide. Just
Exactly.
For real.
Ronald's last words were, "What is about to transpire in a few moments is wrong. I would forgive all who have taken part in any way in my death."
What a fucking... Nobody gives a fuck.
Like,
if you,
okay, Ronald.
What a
you
righteous
forgive them.
motherfucker, right?
no.
Right?
Suck my dick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
S. Tracy's D.
For real. On March 31st, 1984, Ronald would finally be killed with lethal
Good year.
injection,
Sorry.
since at this point, the Supreme Court had determined the electric chair was ruled out as a cruel and unusual punishment.
Whatever.
Right?
Yeah.
During Ronald's execution, around 300 people gathered outside the Texas State Penitentiary in Huntsville and shouted "trick or treat," while also throwing candy at anti-death penalty
Yes.
protesters.
For
I
real,
love them.
They're G's. And he didn't only just kill his son and potentially almost kill some other fucking kids. He killed the entire holiday of,
He
of
did.
Halloween
For a long time after
Even
that.
to this day.
Even our parents, we
Yeah.
were trick or treating in the 90s, the early 90s. They were still. My mom was still checking our candy.
You just
by
checked
then.
our candy.
Yeah, I
My
checked yours.
friend's candy was all checked. We
Yep.
all had our candy checked.
I don't check my kids' candy.
Well,
Wow,
You got
what
3
a
days.
rebel.
You got
Yeah.
3
You got
days
3
to
days.
eat it or die.
3 days to
Yep.
die.
for real.
Jesus, because it's not a thing. He did it to his own fucking kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The case of Ronald is one that many people are not even aware of, but subconsciously know about. Since I can remember, checking your candy to make sure it wasn't tampered with was always something your parents just looked for. However, what if I told you that Timothy is the only known case of any child dying from poisoned Halloween candy?
Doesn't surprise me. Just like nowadays, they're trying to scare you with, they're giving your kids marijuana in their candy. Bitch, no,
No,
they're
they're
fucking
not.
not.
It's like ecstasy,
Well, that too, but
But
there's
ecstasy
also
pills,
there's also because
which
you know,
has happened.
well, because you know,
Yeah.
Marijuana is becoming legal across the fucking United
And
States.
everyone's terrified.
And so they're like freaking the fuck out about it. But listen, if I'm spending fucking $20 on 10 fucking candies, I ain't giving it to your fucking
no
kids.
shit.
No
I'm
shit.
keeping that shit for myself.
Exactly.
But you know what? It does kind of surprise me.
Right?
Because of all the Halloweens in the history of forever and everything that can go wrong,
Right? That's exactly.
and nothing really has gone wrong to that level besides this case, I don't know. It does
It's
surprise
interesting.
me. Yeah. Because
So-
do you remember, you hear about like remember razor blades and
Yes, because that's
apples
what
and shit?
our mother was more concerned about needles and razor blades.
She was. That
We're
was
going to talk
Mom's-
about that.
Oh, okay, let's go.
So, mass hysteria of Halloween candy actually goes back all the way to the 1960s, and this is wildly from urban legends. Have you guys ever heard the stories of people giving apples with razors in them on Halloween?
We have.
Why, yes, we have.
And
And
As
it
a
just so
matter of
happens.
fact.
Yes.
That's when our mother was a
Yeah.
little kid.
Yep.
So.
Well, I did too, and there was like a guy at our school when I was in elementary school warning us about that. So it's
And he would have been
interesting.
about the same age
Yeah.
as your
Yeah.
grandma, so
Yeah.
that's like when it was like reefer madness.
Exactly.
That I keep wanting to talk about this episode.
For real. So, well,
God.
this story has been going on since the 60s, and there's actually no documented case of this ever happening.
That's hilarious.
The hysteria would only spike in the 70s with the rise in horror movies and urban legends. On October 28th, 1970, in the New York Times, the editorial claimed there was a possibility that strangers were using candy to poison children, and also claiming there was a lady who was handing out plump red apples with hidden razor blades.
Like the fucking witch from the fucking
Yes.
Snow White.
Right.
Literally, that's what it's exactly
That's what
like.
it sounds like.
Some readers believed this article was 100% fact.
Wow.
And that's like where this whole thing stems from.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Again, people are fucking so dumb.
Well, it like turns into, like she said, hysteria.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
people
but
just-
like, come on.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's super funny how it's just become like an urban legend that this was in New York. So they released that in the New York Times.
Yes.
So 2 days later, an incident would happen. 2 days later, a 5-year-old boy would die on Halloween in Detroit from consuming heroin. Media reports of his death cited his uncle's claims that said his candy was contaminated. So before the uncle was taken in by police, the media would come and talk to that uncle first.
He ate his uncle's fucking stash that
Yes.
has nothing to do with Halloween candy.
So the uncle's
The
like,
uncle
I got
found-
an idea.
Yeah.
I know how to get out of this.
The uncle found a way to whatever.
Manipulate the situation and become the not so bad guy.
And the media had a great story to tell.
I'm sure.
The child did die from heroin, but it was not in his candy. Just 4 years later, another child would die on Halloween. Timothy by Ronald. Several articles would be published claiming the lives of children were being lost all over the country from this holiday, and many communities would start to ban trick-or-treating in the 1980s. A study in 1985 of 30 years of alleged poisonings did not even find a single confirmed incident of a child's death or even serious injury.
I was trying to say Bible thumpers.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Like when we
Yeah.
would have Halloween parties at school and there was like always a couple kids that had to like go to the gym
Yeah,
or
they
like
weren't
couldn't hang
allowed to
out in this.
participate.
What the fuck were we doing in there? We were eating cupcakes and wrapping ourselves in toilet paper. Remember that mummy game?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do that?
Wasn't there like a time from like 4th grade and up we couldn't call it Halloween party anymore?
Yeah,
or
it had
some
to.
shit?
What was it called then?
like
Holiday party or
Holiday.
Yeah,
something.
probably.
we couldn't call it a Halloween party anymore.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
holiday.
that's just why they don't
Fall
call it
holiday
trick or treating anymore. They call it fucking beggars night.
It's
So ridiculous.
bullshit. Interestingly enough, while there's been no documented case of any child besides Timothy eating contaminated candy on Halloween, Halloween is actually the deadliest day of the year for child pedestrians.
Yeah, that
Makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah. So while you're concerned about looking through your kid's candy and saving it for yourself to eat later, please make sure you watch where your child is walking, as more child pedestrians are killed on Halloween than any other day of the year.
Do you remember when Mom used to put that fucking reflective fucking tape on my black costume? Oh my god, it was the biggest dork.
It was. But I threatened my son with it last year, so.
You didn't do it though, did ya?
No, but I told him
Mother-
that I sent John with him trick-or-treating because he thought I was going to send him all by himself.
She would sew that shit
I know
on
she would.
to it.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
couldn't rip
so
it
you
off.
couldn't
Good thing
take it
she
off.
did.
And then one year she just put the tape on and I
Okay,
took it off.
Mrs. I'm gonna be a fucking vampire, or what's his name with the fucking ghost mask? The
Ghostface.
I
I was always all black. So
Yeah.
as a mother now, I can see where she's coming from, but I ain't doing that.
but still, fuck you, mom, for putting
Fuck
the
you,
reflective
Mom.
tape.
For real.
For making me the biggest fucking nerd on the history of fucking 4th grade
She
ever.
used to get so mad,
God.
She was big
I'm
mad.
just trying to be cool, man.
and then she'd get even more mad when she learned she had to take me trick or treating.
Fucked up.
Nah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? We did our best shit together as a
we
duo.
did. We did.
Yes.
So, and
You
here
know-
we are today.
That's
So,
right.
Fuck
She's
off.
my best friend.
In this together. All right, you guys. So this episode was so fun to write and talk about.
It was.
I love all things Halloween, and us witches just want all of you lovely listeners to stay safe out there.
Stay safe.
As always, if there's anything I left out or I missed, just let us know. We hope you guys enjoyed some creepy history and continue to check that candy and look both ways before crossing the road. We are typically a bi-weekly podcast, but for the month of October, we are dropping episodes every Thursday. So I hope you guys are keeping up and enjoying them. We hope to educate and creep you all out while sipping on our favorite poisons. You can follow our website directly at thepoisonteaparty.com to listen to new episodes. We're also available on platforms such as Spotify and YouTube. We have an Instagram and Facebook where you can get sneak peeks and updates on future episodes and drinks we're having. If there's anything you want us to talk about in future episodes, you can email us directly at thepoisonteaparty@gmail.com. I hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode, and I hope you didn't drink all of your tea because, well, you've been poisoned.
Ciao.